The 16th century dawned across Asia as ancient kingdoms began to crumble under new pressures. From this turbulent era emerged Zahir-ud-Din Muhammad Babur, descendant of conquerors. His bloodline connected Timur and Genghis Khan, legends of conquest and empire building. As a prince from Samarkand, Babur dreamed of conquests beyond his homeland. His ambitions carried him southward, toward the rich lands of Hindustan. The Indian subcontinent awaited, unaware of the change approaching. By 1526, tensions mounted as two powerful forces prepared to clash. Sultan Ibrahim Lodi commanded the Delhi Sultanate's formidable forces. Babur brought revolutionary warfare techniques from Central Asia. The morning of Panipat dawned with thunderclouds gathering overhead. Both sides arranged their troops, knowing history would remember this day. Babur's cannons roared first, introducing gunpowder to Indian warfare. Ottoman-style tactics combined with mobile cavalry charges followed. Ibrahim Lodi's elephants and traditional forces struggled to adapt. The battle turned as Babur's innovative tactics overwhelmed older methods. Ibrahim Lodi fell in battle, marking the end of an era for Delhi. As dust settled, Babur stood victorious on the fields of Panipat. One battle changed the morning and wrote a name for centuries: Babur. This victory marked the birth of what would become the Mughal Empire. A dynasty began that would rule India for over 3 centuries. Babur's conquest initiated cultural fusion that defined medieval India. The Mughal Empire would become one of history's greatest powers. Babur's memoirs would document this incredible journey for posterity. From Central Asian dust to Indian thrones, a new era had begun. Babur established the Mughal Empire with remarkable discipline and administrative strength that would define its early years. But when Babur passed, his son Humayun inherited a kingdom already showing signs of division and internal conflict. Young Humayun ascended the throne with noble intentions, but faced immediate challenges from all sides. Sher-Shah Suri, a formidable Afghan leader, began gathering forces to challenge Mughal authority. The tension built as both armies prepared for the confrontation that would decide Delhi's fate. Swords clashed and elephants charged as the two powerful forces engaged in brutal combat. Despite his courage, Humayun found himself overwhelmed by Sher-Shah's superior tactics. The Mughal flag was lowered from Delhi's forts as Sher-Shah claimed victory. Humayun began his painful exile, leaving behind the empire his father had built. Through harsh deserts and unfamiliar territories, Humayun wandered further from home. His journey took him as far as Persia, where he sought refuge and new alliances. In Persian courts, Humayun absorbed new administrative ideas and cultural influences. Yet through all his travels, Humayun never abandoned the Mughal legacy his father created. He began planning his return, now armed with Persian support and renewed wisdom. With Persian backing, Humayun assembled a new army to reclaim his birthright. The return journey began, filled with both hope and the weight of past failures. Meanwhile, after Sher-Shah's death, his successors struggled to maintain control. Humayun's forces approached Delhi as the Suri Empire weakened from within. The final confrontation was surprisingly swift, with Humayun's wiser tactics prevailing. Delhi's gates opened to Humayun once more, restoring Mughal rule after 15 years. The Mughal flag was raised again over the palace that had witnessed so much history. Humayun established a new administration blending Mughal traditions with Persian innovations. Sometimes an empire isn't regained by the sword, but by the patience of time. The shaky throne was stabilized, ensuring the Mughal legacy would continue for generations. At just 13 years old, Akbar ascended the Mughal throne in 1556, inheriting an empire facing numerous challenges and external threats. His regent Bayram Khan provided crucial military leadership during Akbar's early years, securing vital victories that stabilized the empire. Akbar soon took personal command, expanding Mughal territory through strategic campaigns across northern India. He pioneered diplomatic marriages with Rajput princesses, transforming former enemies into loyal allies and administrators. Rajput warriors now served in high positions within Akbar's government and military forces. Akbar completely reorganized the Mughal army into a professional standing force with standardized ranks. He established the Mansabdari system, ranking officials by military command and civil responsibility. This created a centralized bureaucracy loyal directly to the emperor rather than regional powers. Akbar's finance minister Todar Mal designed revolutionary tax reforms based on careful land surveys. They established fixed revenue rates that were predictable and fair to both peasants and the treasury. Akbar developed his famous policy of sulh-e-kul, meaning peace with all religious communities. This evolved into Din-e-Ilahi, a syncretic faith drawing elements from multiple religions under imperial patronage. He abolished the jizya tax on non-Muslims and celebrated festivals of all faiths at court. To commemorate his victories, Akbar planned a magnificent new capital city called Fatehpur Sikri. Thousands of workers built this red sandstone marvel with palaces, mosques, and administrative buildings. The monumental Buland Darwaza Gateway celebrated Akbar's conquest of Gujarat in 1573. The palace complex featured innovative designs blending Persian, Indian, and Islamic architectural styles. Akbar's reforms created an efficient administration that generated immense wealth for the empire. This prosperity enabled lavish patronage of arts, literature, and architecture across the empire. Agricultural reforms and trade expansions stimulated economic growth, benefiting all social classes. By the 1580s, Akbar commanded the most powerful army in the entire Indian subcontinent. His territories stretched from Afghanistan to Bengal, and from the Himalayas to the Deccan Plateau. Akbar's policies of tolerance and efficient governance established foundations lasting centuries. His reign transformed the Mughal Empire into a truly Indian rather than foreign occupying power. Emperor Jahangir ascends the Mughal throne, continuing his father Akbar's vast empire with a new artistic vision. His wife Noor Jahan emerges as a powerful influence, advising on state affairs and patronizing arts and architecture. Mughal painters achieve new heights, creating detailed miniature artworks in royal workshops. European envoys bring artistic techniques, introducing naturalism and perspective to Mughal art. This fusion appears in architecture, with floral motifs and realistic details adorning new structures. Jahangir's reign maintains stability, with efficient administration supporting economic growth. Trade routes flourish, bringing wealth and exotic goods from across Asia and the Indian Ocean. Jahangir personally documents nature, commissioning detailed studies of plants and animals. His journals contain precise observations of daily life, seasons, and wildlife behavior. The court becomes a center of cultural patronage, with poets and musicians thriving. Noor Jahan influences fashion and garden design, creating enduring cultural trends. Despite prosperity, succession conflicts simmer among Jahangir's sons and Noor Jahan's faction. The military remains loyal, but internal rivalries occasionally challenge central authority. Jahangir's era leaves a rich artistic legacy, blending Indian, Persian, and European styles. His naturalist studies inspire future generations, documenting India's biodiversity. Trade revenues fund grand projects, strengthening the empire's economic foundations. Noor Jahan's unique position as a powerful empress sets precedents for Mughal women. European traders and diplomats gain footholds, influencing court culture and politics. Jahangir continues Akbar's inclusive policies, but with stricter court ceremonies. The emperor's hunting expeditions double as scientific surveys of regional flora and fauna. As Jahangir's health declines, succession struggles intensify behind the scenes. This period represents a high point of cultural synthesis, with art transcending political boundaries. Jahangir's stable rule allows artistic flourishing, creating a template for future Mughal grandeur. The era of Jahangir and Noor Jahan remains a benchmark for Mughal art and governance. I ascend the Mughal throne in 1628, determined to build an empire that will echo through eternity with marble and gold. My vision extends beyond conquest to creation, planning cities and monuments that will showcase Mughal grandeur to the world. The Red Fort rises in Delhi, its massive red sandstone walls designed to impress visitors and protect the imperial family. Completed in 1639, this fortress becomes our administrative heart, with palaces, gardens, and audience halls within. Across from the fort, I commissioned Jama Masjid, destined to become India's largest mosque holding thousands of faithful. 3 domes and 2 minarets reach skyward, built with red sandstone and white marble in perfect symmetry. My court becomes legendary for its opulence, with poets, musicians, and artists gathering in marble halls. Efficient administration ensures justice flows to farthest provinces, with organized revenue systems funding my ambitions. Trade routes flourish as artisans produce exquisite textiles, metalwork, and jewelry sought across continents. Shahjahanabad, my new capital, emerges with broad avenues, gardens, and markets designed for prosperity. European merchants from Portugal, England, and Holland seek trading privileges, bringing silver and new ideas. Our exports of spices, textiles, and indigo reach new markets, while luxury goods flow into imperial treasuries. My beloved Mumtaz Mahal stands by my side, her wisdom and grace influencing court life and my decisions. Our marriage in 1612 began a partnership that would define my reign and ultimately inspire my greatest creation. She accompanies me on military campaigns and advises on governance, earning respect throughout the empire. In 1631, while giving birth to our 14th child, Mumtaz dies, leaving me devastated and determined to honor her memory. I envision a mausoleum so beautiful it will become the jewel of the world, a testament to our eternal love. 20,000 workers begin construction on the Yamuna riverbank, using marble from Rajasthan and jewels worldwide. Persian and Indian architects collaborate on perfect symmetry, with intricate pietra dura inlay work covering surfaces. After 16 years, the main structure stands complete with its magnificent dome reflecting in water channels. Craftsmen add final jewel inlays and Quranic calligraphy, creating a masterpiece that transcends mere architecture. Completed in 1653, the Taj Mahal stands as my ultimate tribute to love, drawing admiration from all who see it. These magnificent projects strain the treasury, requiring increased taxes and careful management of resources. Military campaigns and construction costs begin affecting the empire's financial stability despite our prosperity. My reign leaves an indelible mark through architecture that will inspire generations long after I'm gone. Shah Jahan's golden age represents Mughal civilization's peak, where art, architecture, and administration reached unparalleled heights. Aurangzeb ascended the Mughal throne in 1658, ruling for nearly 50 years over one of history's richest empires. His reign began with significant policy changes moving towards stronger Islamic orthodoxy than his predecessors. He reinstated the jizya tax on non-Muslims and placed restrictions on Hindu temples and celebrations. Aurangzeb committed massive resources to expanding Mughal control in the Deccan region. These campaigns stretched over decades, draining the treasury and military resources excessively. The Deccan obsession represented strategic overreach, diverting attention from core territories. These policies created social tensions and resistance from various communities across the empire. Traditional allies like the Rajputs grew alienated, leading to military conflicts and rebellion. Shivaji's Maratha Confederacy exploited these tensions, becoming a formidable challenge. Continuous warfare and administration costs led to severe fiscal exhaustion of the empire. The vast empire became increasingly difficult to administer effectively from the Deccan. Heavy taxation and warfare disrupted agriculture, affecting the economic foundation. Aurangzeb's policies planted seeds of resistance that would grow after his death. His reign offers crucial lessons about balancing religious policy with practical governance. The Mughal Empire never recovered its former glory, declining rapidly after his rule. For youth today, Aurangzeb's story highlights the trade-offs rulers face in policy choices. It demonstrates how idealistic policies must balance with practical administrative realities. Strategic priorities must align with available resources to avoid overextension. Maintaining social cohesion is crucial for long-term stability of any administration. Inclusive governance that respects diversity often proves more sustainable long-term. Fiscal responsibility prevents exhaustion that can undermine even strong administrations. Maintaining strategic focus on core priorities prevents destructive overreach. The death of Aurangzeb in 1707 left a power vacuum that would unravel the mighty Mughal Empire within decades. Weak successors ascended the throne, lacking the authority and vision of their predecessors. Court ministers schemed for personal power while the empire's administration weakened. Provinces like Bengal, Awadh, and Hyderabad gradually began transforming into semi-independent states. Local governors started increasing their power. The Marathas expanded their influence, challenging Mughal authority across central India. The Nizams of Hyderabad established their own powerful state in the south. Awadh's Nawabs created a virtually independent kingdom in the north. Trade networks fractured as regional powers imposed their own tariffs and controls. Revenue flows to the central treasury dwindled, weakening the empire's financial backbone. Then came the external shock that exposed the empire's fragility. Nadir Shah's forces crushed the Mughal army at Karnal in 1739. The invader entered Delhi, looting the capital and shattering Mughal prestige. Even the legendary peacock throne was carried away to Persia. The invasion devastated the economy and demonstrated imperial weakness. Regional rulers saw the vulnerability and expanded their own authority. Elites recalibrated their loyalties to survive the changing political landscape. The unified Mughal identity fragmented into distinct regional identities. Central administration collapsed as provinces became semi-independent states. Regional armies grew while the imperial imperial military weakened. Provinces established their own economic systems and trade relationships. Regional cultures flourished as central control diminished. The Mughal emperor became a symbolic figurehead without real power. This fragmentation set the stage for European colonial powers to enter. The decline transformed India from a unified empire to competing states. The administrative systems created during this period shaped modern South Asia. The Mughal decline demonstrates how empires unravel from within and without. The British East India Company established trading posts across India, while the Mughal Empire weakened internally from within its vast territories. Mughal emperors continued their lavish lifestyles while regional governors gained more autonomy and power throughout the empire. Ambitious British officers like Robert Clive recognized the empire's vulnerability and began planning their expansion strategies. The turning point came in 1757 when Clive faced the Nawab of Bengal's massive army at 𝒂𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒚. Despite being outnumbered, the British used superior artillery and strategic alliances to gain advantage. The decisive victory gave the East India Company control over Bengal, India's richest province. Company rule brought economic exploitation that drained wealth from the Mughal heartland to Britain. Subsequent Mughal emperors became nominal rulers under British protection, with limited real authority. When Bahadur Shah Zafar became emperor in 1837, he ruled only over the Red Fort in Delhi. The British resident controlled all important decisions while the emperor maintained only ceremonial functions. Resentment grew among Indian soldiers and princes against British interference in traditional customs. In 1857, Sepoy mutiny erupted over rifle cartridges greased with animal fat, offending religious sentiments. The mutiny spread rapidly as rebels marched toward Delhi to restore Mughal authority. 82-year-old Zafar faced an impossible choice between supporting rebels or remaining loyal to British. Reluctantly, Zafar accepted leadership of the rebellion, becoming the symbolic head of the revolt. The British regrouped and launched a massive counteroffensive to recapture Delhi and crush the rebellion. Fierce street fighting ensued as British forces pushed deeper into the Mughal capital. After weeks of combat, British troops stormed the Red Fort, the Mughal Empire's symbolic heart. British forces captured Bahadur Shah Zafar from Humayun's tomb where he had taken refuge. The aged emperor was tried for rebellion against the British crown he had nominally served. Found guilty, Zafar was sentenced to exile in Rangoon to prevent his continued symbolic influence. The last Mughal emperor left Delhi under heavy guard, ending 3 centuries of Mughal rule. His journey to Rangoon marked the final chapter of an empire that had once ruled most of India. With Bahadur Shah Zafar's exile in 1858, the Mughal Empire officially ended, beginning direct British rule over India. The Mughals left an indelible mark through magnificent architecture that combined Persian and Indian styles. Their forts were not just military structures but centers of administration and culture. Mosques like Jama Masjid showcased their architectural innovation and spiritual devotion. Mughal gardens with their Charbagh layout symbolized paradise on earth. Persian culture deeply influenced Mughal courts, language, and artistic expressions. This fusion gave birth to Urdu, a beautiful language blending Persian and local dialects. Mughal courts patronized music that evolved into classical forms we cherish today. They produced remarkable literature, from Baburnama's memoirs to poetic masterpieces. Mughal painting blended Persian miniatures with Indian colors and themes. Their culinary legacy includes biryanis and kebabs that define North Indian cuisine. Mughal kitchens developed sophisticated spice blends that enhanced flavors. Dishes like nihari and korma originated in royal kitchens for nobility. Mughal fashion introduced anarkalis and jamawar shawls to Indian attire. They patronized textile arts like Zardozi embroidery using gold threads. Mughal jewelry designs featuring kundan and polki remain popular today. The Taj Mahal stands as the ultimate symbol of Mughal artistic achievement. Its perfect symmetry and white marble represent architectural perfection. The Pietra Dura inlay work uses semi-precious stones from across the world. The massive central dome and 4 smaller domes create a heavenly silhouette. Quranic verses in black marble calligraphy adorn the main gateways. The Charbagh garden with water channels reflects Islamic paradise gardens. The marble changes color throughout the day, from pink to golden to white. Under moonlight, it appears ethereal, justifying its place among world wonders. Today, the Taj Mahal symbolizes eternal love and artistic excellence worldwide. Mughal architectural elements continue influencing contemporary Indian buildings. Mughal traditions have seamlessly integrated into modern Indian cultural fabric. Urdu remains a language of poetry and culture across South Asia. Mughlai cuisine has become an integral part of India's diverse food culture. The Mughal legacy reminds us how cultures can blend to create enduring beauty.